What's up, party people? Uh, this is pretty much a wrap up of the Jussie Smollett case. I'm pretty much assuming it's going to be a wrap up because the case is closed and sealed. But for anybody who don't know, all 16 felony counts dropped. Case closed. 16 felony counts dropped. Case closed. If these cats ain't wrapped this case up in a nice little bow, I mean, they put it in a box, tied the bow around it, put that box in a trunk, closed the trunk, wrapped the chain around it, locked the chain, put that chain trunk in cement, got a nice hard block of cement, and then drop that block in the middle of the Bermuda Triangle. Case closed. 16 felony cats. But the thing they're saying is he's not exonerated. They're just dropping the charges. What the fuck does that mean? He did something. We're just not going to pursue it. State says, after reviewing all the facts and circumstances of the case, including Mr. Smollett's volunteer service in the community and agreement to forfeit his bond to the city of Chicago, we believe this outcome is a just disposition and appropriate resolution to the case. And the thing that's driving me nuts about this is nobody's disputing the investigation. Like, nobody's disputing the evidence. Well, Jussie disputed the evidence and his lawyers disputed the evidence. Sure, that's his lawyer's job. But the family didn't dispute the evidence. Everybody's saying it was a quality investigation. They're just not going to pursue it. And, well, I know I said I wasn't going to speculate, but yeah, I'm about to speculate. And with this speculation, I'm going back to Michelle Obama's chief of staff and her correspondence with the state attorney for the prosecution, Kim Foxx. Even though Kim Foxx recused herself from the investigation, if you're not familiar with the correspondence, Tina Chen got in touch with Kim Foxx on behalf of the Smollets. So Kim Foxx's response to the family goes as so. Spoke to the Superintendent Johnson. I convinced him to reach out to FBI to ask that they take over their investigation. Fox then says, spoke to the superintendent earlier. He made the ask, trying to figure out the logistics. The relative for the Smollett family, because they don't know exactly who it was, because their name was redacted on a report. But the relative responds, "Oh my God, this would be a huge victory." Fox, "I make no guarantees, but I'm trying." Apparently, whatever she did, wrapped this up. And it wrapped it up to the point where Chicago PD didn't even know about it. Superintendent Johnson talking about, we found out about it the same time y'all found out about it. And the mayor of Chicago is sitting up there talking about, oh my God, this is a whitewashing. There's no accountability in our justice system. No shit. What you think we've been saying all this time? Justice ain't blind. Justice is greedy. Justice ain't been blind for a long time. If she is blind, she can smell money. Because there is no accountability in this justice system. If you know the right people, or got the right money, or the right money can get in touch with the right people, you can pretty much get away with anything. We've been saying that for the longest. And apparently, they knew the right people. They knew the right people. Because we all know an assault occurred. Something happened. An assault occurred. There was reports made. An investigation. All the man hours. But, community service, give the bond to the city of Chicago. We'll let bygones be bygones. So, the brothers, no charges, scot-free. If the brothers didn't do it, and there are 2 other assailants out there, no charges, scot-free. Jussie Smollet, no charges, scot-free. So an assault occurred, just nobody's going to do anything about it. And this is the justice system they want us to have so much faith in. This is the justice system they want us to rely on to be equal and just. And like I said, nobody's disputing the evidence. Like Fox even spoke for the family, and she had this to say. They had no doubt about the quality of the investigation, but believed that the FBI would have a tighter lid on the info. Now, keep in mind, Fox was trying to get Superintendent Johnson to hand the case over to the FBI. Now they're saying that the family wanted the FBI to handle the case because they was concerned about leaks in the investigation. My question is, what information were y'all so concerned about being leaked? Because when the prosecution did that press briefing and laid out all the evidence, now granted, like I said, they're going to keep some tidbits for the trial. But so we didn't see all the text messages. We didn't see all the video surveillance. We didn't see all the cell phone surveillance. If any witnesses cooperated, or at least hear the testimony from the brothers. All that we're supposed to find out in the trial. But to me, it seems like it was more important for them not to go to trial. because they did not want some information getting out to the public. So much so that they did this deal and then had the case sealed. Like I said, it's at the bottom of the Bermuda Triangle now. We ain't gonna hear nothing. All that stuff Chicago PD collected, if they collected anything, so what information were they trying to hide so bad? Because if you're truly innocent and you have nothing to fear, what would it matter going to trial? Because if you're truly innocent and you ain't do it, then they shouldn't have nothing. You should be able to defend yourself against anything they have if you're truly innocent. But, like we said, our justice system is not blind. There has been people who were truly innocent, still found guilty. So even if you didn't trust that, why would it matter if the case was sealed? Like, if they really have nothing, if anything, that should exonerate you. So you will want that information out to show, look, I didn't do this. What they're saying about me is not true. But nah, they sealed it. Bottom of the Bermuda Triangle. So what information were you trying to hold on to so badly that you refused to go to trial, and then from whoever powers that be had it arranged that your record gets expunged and the case gets sealed? So you did something. We just ain't gonna follow through with it. I don't know. And like, when, especially now, since I started doing these videos, because I'm looking deeper and deeper into a lot of these cases, and I'm starting to see how blatant the miscarriage of justice is becoming. It's becoming like they're slapping you in the face with it. They backhanding you, pimp slapping you. They slapping the hell out you. Just bold face, open hand. He did something, but we ain't gonna press any charges. Like I said, just like that Houston raid. That couple didn't do anything, but they ended up dead. Or the stand your ground law in Florida. A lot of these shooters are getting away with stand your ground, but that woman, and I'm sorry, I just don't have the name on me right now, but that woman was being abused by her spouse. Let off a gunshot, a warning shot, to keep her spouse from beating her ass. Let off a warning shot, and they trying to give her 20 years. In Florida, stand your ground. But they want to give her 20 years for giving her abusive spouse a warning shot. But they letting off people who killed. Rapists. Rapists are getting probation. Rapists are getting probation. Even with this Mueller report. Now, granted, you can't indict a sitting president. So, he did something. We're not exonerating him. But I don't know. He ain't do well. The whole collusion. Unless you got somebody there that either recorded the conversation or was part of the conversation that could actually corroborate, yeah, they had this talk. Collusion, like you just ain't. So whoever was banking off that, that's whatever. But as for the fraudulent business practices, oh yeah, oh yeah. Now, maybe they can't indict him now. Maybe they gotta wait until, I don't know, 2020, 2024, whichever the case may be. To whatever point in time he gives up that seat, then we'll see if they still press the charges. I'm doubting it, but even in the Mueller report, 2-year investigation, 2+ years investigation. He did something, but he ain't do nothing. I don't know. I don't know. Well, back to this Jussie Smollet thing. Well, like I said, that's it. Case closed. By the end of the year, it'll just be a memory. Except for in the court of public opinion. Because, like I said, dude, we know you did something. Like, they might have wiped it from your record, but they can't wipe it from our memory. You did something. We know you did something. They just chose not to pursue it. So I don't know. I think they were already talking about writing him back in on the show. So I don't know how it's going to affect his life. And that's another strange thing. Because you would think for them to drop all charges, Jussie would be happy. Like, he'd be like, see, I told y'all. But, like, that man looked like he done sold his soul. Talking about, I just want it behind me. They just dropped all the charges, dog. So, if you really didn't do it, and I know, see, Denise, you had some good points about the Chicago PD not having all the evidence that they said they had. But still, like I said, nobody's discounting the investigation. Nobody I've seen talk about it said the investigation was faulty. They're just saying that they're not going to pursue it. Well, I don't know. Well, moving on. Like I said, still got my ears out for the Amber Geiger case. I'm waiting for some word about that. Still waiting to hear some information, any more additional information on the botched raid in Houston. And I guess we'll just see what tomorrow brings. And they're not going to do anything about it. As crap as our justice system is, they are not going to do anything about it. Like I said, even with the Mueller report, everybody wants that report. Everybody wants to see that report for themselves. But the power that be, Mr. McConnell, nope. You don't need to see the report. Take our word for it. Same thing with this. You don't need to see the evidence. Just take our word for it. This is where we're at now. And they're not going to do anything about it. That's why I keep saying we need to start coming together, people. We really need to start coming together. Because as long as the money and the power rule, there will be no accountability. Not among them. There'll be a lot of account for when it comes to us. But for the powers that be, for the elite, the wealthy, the powerful, no repercussions, no justice. Now, as long as they can help it, we really got to start doing something. Got to look past all the BS and really start doing something for each other. Because it is not going to come from them. I don't know. Like I said, we'll see what tomorrow brings. Till next time, y'all be blessed, be safe. One.